Hello and welcome to Best of the Bottom. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP, currently in Lee Shimmer form. And this
I'm
is
Diane.
our Halloween spooky spectacular woo thing. And I am fucking magical.
You are. I think that should be your hairs do
Just all the time.
just all the time.
That's just on the rock for the rest of eternity. But ugh,
I would love to be picked up by an ambulance and just see the man rocking that. That would be amazing.
Um, well, on Best of the Bottom, we do a few little things here. And one of the things we do to officially kick off the shows, we have a little thing that we call the bag of. Oh, shit, I'm on the wrong thing. The bag of. Doom!
No.
Yes. And in this bag, this very magical bag here, we have a handful of random shots that we pick up from local liquor stores. And I have a little story to tell about the bag of doom here in a little bit. But first, we shall draw from this bag. And whatever we draw from this bag, we have to take a shot of. No matter how bad, how good, how indifferent it is, we must endure the doom. And Diane, ladies first. I now shall reach into the bag of doom. Then pull out a strawberry 99.
Ooh, mine's strawberry too.
Oh, nice.
Absolute juice strawberry.
It worked out. Absolute juice. Cheers to Halloween
Cheers
and to spooky things.
and spooky things.
Oh, this is way better in the freezer.
Really?
Way better. Like, that burn is tamed way back. Way back.
I believe it. That's good.
That was much more reasonable. Still not near as good as that soju that we had last.
Oh God.
I almost bought a few more bottles.
Nothing. I would drink that. I would just drink that.
Now, I need to find it by the case. I really do. I'm going to talk to Kelly and be like, oh, hey. Yes, hey, Maverick. We're not ignoring you. I promise. Don't get upset.
I can't.
His phone is at 69%. Nice.
My phone's dead and in the room somewhere.
Now, another thing we like to do on this show is we have a little segment we call The Florida Man. And the Florida Man. This week, we have... This happened in 2018. On this date... Okay, sorry, I should explain how the Florida Man works. So the Florida Man is, I read a random Florida Man headline, and I make up the story. Because it's not what happened, it's what we wanted to have happened. And so that's what we are going to do right here, right now. So in 2018, on October 25th, a Florida man was arrested for throwing sausages at his mother. Now, I hear it. I hear the gasps, the astonishment of, oh no, his mother, sausages, why? Well, you see, all of this child's life, he grew up with his mom as a standard crack hoe. Just your run-of-the-mill, standard run of the mill, uh, standard issue Krakow. That's the word I'm looking for. Your standard issue Krakow. And for years, this this boy came in, and his mom was saying, it would always just tell him that, oh, I just really love sausages. I'm going out for sausages. I'm just gonna get the sausages. That's all she said all the time is I need to go get sausages. And as this kid grew up, his mom was always leaving for sausages, and he just thought that this mother had a horrible addiction to sausages. In a way, yes, she did. But on that faithful day, on October 25th, 2018, he had enough. She was tired of her crap. This 22-year-old man just looked into his mother's eyes and said, "If you want sausages, I'll give you some sausages. Bratwurst, boudin, sausage links, uh, Italian sausage. I don't know any other sausages names. Breakfast sausage.
Patty sausage.
Yeah, sausage patties. All of it just in the face. Just sausages flying about left and right. Just sausage, sausage, sausage all over the face. Grease stains all over the walls, all over her face. Sausages just galore. It's just a horrible disaster. But Aunt Betty was coming over that day. And as she walked through the door, bam! Friendly fire of sausages right in the face. Aunt Betty almost choked on it. It was at the right angle, bounced off the cheek, ricocheted, hit her right in the back of the throat. She went down. She was gagging on the sausage. She could barely breathe. She was doing all she could. But luckily, she had her medical alert pendant. She activated it. And along came 911. In the middle of this barrage of sausages, the police rolled in and they had to tame poor Junior with the sausage barrage on poor Mama Ethel. It was sausage madness. And then he went out and smoked some meth. And he was arrested for possession.
There we go. Perfect.
The end. Hey. Do you have anything to add to this? I was just trying to think of something. I mean,
I would
sausages.
like sausages. That sounds amazing. Food.
But Diane, I don't have booze in the news. Instead, I have some tales. Because it is Halloween time. It's that spooky time of year where we tell some goofy, crazy stuff. Maverick has news. And it's Sapoop related. Oh, Miss Ted is in the house. What's up, Miss Ted? But, oh, Diane, your phone is getting charged.
Oh, thank you.
Good news, everybody. Diane will have a charged phone for once in her fucking life. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we get to our little stories here. So normally we review bottom class boozes, but Diane didn't inform me that she was not going to be here in town until the last fucking minute. So hence we are here in the little boxes, which, I mean, there's benefits to both. One, I actually have room to move around. Look at all this room for activities.
You're welcome.
I was actually able to dance to our new intro, or our spooky intro music, which is nice. Now I don't have to edit that later. But we are going to drink our random boozes, which we don't necessarily have a review for. So what I have chose to get, because like I said, Diane let me know at the last minute she wasn't going to be here. I got myself Vinos de los Muertos because I care about the theme of this goddamn show. And this is the lovely wine I got here. And I shall be drinking out of it my unicorn cup. And so this is actually a local wine from New Mexico. It's vinted and bottled in Southwest by Southwest Wines in Deming, New Mexico. Crafted as a celebration of life and a reminder of our mortality. This vino melds dark and light into one. An altar of perfumed flowers and pronounced sweetness exhumes dark berries and spice into brighter spirits as it finishes smooth, lingering in remembrance.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Lingering with remembrance.
What do you got, Diane?
I got four locos because I'm bottom class all day, every day, baby. And it lingers with nothing. I mean, maybe malt liquor taste. I don't know.
Yes, it is. The secret ingredient is the methamphetamine from the trailer park out back. Dan, cheers.
Oh, jeez.
I love the red light, green light thing that just popped up from the camera.
Mm.
All right. This is some bomb wine. It is pretty fucking tasty. Although this wine is only I don't know what the alcohol per volume is on this because it doesn't seem to have it on here. But yeah, it's fucking tasty. It's tasty as fuck. Have you ever tasted fuck? It tastes like that, but better.
Yeah, but it's pretty all right.
Well, in the words of Diane, you should always go get a Four Loco.
Yeah.
Get two Four Locos.
Yeah.
That's 8 Locos. As a matter of fact, get four Four Locos and you have 16 Locos. And by the way, this cup is about 3/4 of a bottle of wine. So, this is my glass of wine per day to keep the doctor away.
Chug, 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 chug.
This is actually very chuggable.
Really?
Oh yeah, easy all day. This is not like that Cabernet Sauvignon or the Merlot or whatever the fuck you got me to drink where I puked all over the place. No, this is just fine and dandy.
What color is it?
It's a very dark purple.
Oh.
It's
Chug. I still believe we can make you throw up. Chug.
By just overfilling my stomach with delicious wine.
Yeah.
Well, this would be a sin to throw up.
Oh,
This
wow.
would be a sin. And as a man of God, I do not commit those types of sins.
Oh,
You do not waste good sacramental wine.
Yeah, that's alcohol
And
abuse.
by the way, all wines are sacramental. Just depends on how you do it. Bam! Blessed. And that is how we do things around here. Because I am the fucking Reverend. And I'm a magical unicorn. Ironically, I can't do magic, but I am magical. It's a weird thing. You see, back in the day, after a lot of my career went to shit, Lee Shimmer, you might have heard of me back in the day. I did a bunch of performances. I was, part of the Rat Pack. I'll show some photos later, but I don't like to brag about it. But things went awry. I had some issues with performance. My protege took over, and she's a fairy. And then those goddamn garden gnomes, they came over and just fucked everything up. I mean, I tried stand-up comedy, and it went to shit. I went off. There were some gnomes in the front, and I got pissed off, and I just couldn't hold myself, and I just started screaming at people, the goddamn garden gnomes, and I went off the hang. I got canceled. It was a big old huge ordeal, but here I am. I'm doing the best I can to make a better living for myself. Lee Shimmer. Like I said, I tried to do some some magic, and it turns out I'm magical, but I can't do magic. So I'm working my way back up. And, so here I am on this podcast, and, hopefully things get better from here, right? What can I do? Lee Shimmer. Don't forget.
I'm 2021 Casey Jones. I'm in a lesbian relationship with April O'Neil. And that's it.
And I feel like as you get drunker, your mask gets slowly.
It's sliding down.
Oh, why thank you. That is precious. Thank you. I that's one of the nicest things I've heard. And as you see, scrolling along the bottom, I got a little story about a Ronald Opus here. I'm going to the Lee Shimmer voice. Apparently, I'm in character the rest of the night. I'm Lee Shimmer. What can I do? I'm fucking Lee Shimmer here. So Ronald Opus, okay, this man had a terrible life, and he decided he was going to unalive himself and yeet himself off of the 10th story of a building. Okay, so this man, he yeets himself off the building, and as he is plummeting to his death, suddenly a shot is fired from a window on the 9th story building, right? So as he's coming across the 9th story building, he's bam, cap gets popped right in his fucking forehead, and bam, he's dead. Now, the medical examiner gets him across his table, and he's finding out more and more to the story. The guy, apparently, he tried to yeet himself off the building, right? And this happened in 1994, okay? So he yeets himself off the building, but little did they know that on the 8th floor, there's actually a net installed due to they were doing window washing that day, and it was a safety mechanism for the window washers in case they fall off the little trolley, right? So they go to jump off the building. Bam, at the same time, bullet catches him in the head. He would have survived knowing that the net was there, but instead, caught a bullet, landed in the net. Bam. No good. Now, here's where the story gets more interesting. So, he's trying to determine, is this a murder or a suicide because of the fact that he yeeted himself off the building, but then he got caught a bullet from somebody else. So is this a suicide or homicide? I don't know, because the bullet's what killed him, not the self-eating, and he would have survived the fall. But he intended to kill himself. Now, they found out in that 9th story building, there was a older couple that lived there, right? Okay. So the old man that lives in the building. So apparently he was arguing his wife, and he points the gun at his wife and intends to shoot the wife. But in his nervousness, he pulled the trigger, gun moved, boom, shot out the window, caught Ronald in the dome. Okay? The dome piece exploded, he died, bada bing, bada boom. So the cops go to the apartment building, right? Okay? So goes to the apartment building, right? Goes upstairs, confronts the old man, saying, hey, we're going to charge you with murder. We're going to, it's a big issue. And he says, no, I did not intend to kill my wife. We have this argument. We have an argument every single night. This has been going on for about 40 years. I point a gun at her. I pull the trigger. It's not loaded. The gun was not supposed to be loaded. So then the officers later find out that the son was angry at the mother because the mother cut him off from his. He's an old man. The guy's in his 20s. He's still living with his parents. He's not doing anything with his life. And the mom got pissed off. She cut him off from the funds. She cut the funds off. Okay. Now this is where things get even more interesting. So that day, because he knows about the old man always pointing the gun at the wife and threatening to shoot her, pulls the trigger, bam, nothing happens. This has been going on for 40 fucking years. The son was pissed off and decided, I'm going to load that gun so that way when he shoots her, this time it'll actually go off and shoot her. right? So now the cops are looking for the son. So they're looking for the son, trying to figure out what's going on with the son. After all this is said and done, the son's name, Ronald Opus.
Okay. I feel like you said that like I was supposed to. I don't know.
Ronald Opus was the guy that jumped off the building and is also the one that loaded the gun. So ultimately, Ronald Opus still shot himself.
Yeah, that's good. It all worked out. Is that a real story?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
I was horribly disappointed. I was scrolling through the tickety talks. I was ticking and the talking, ripping into rocking, just digging along, and I came across the story. So I followed the whole story and I was interested in it. So then I decided I'm going to do some research on my own. So I started looking through it, and apparently it was actually a story created by a forensic pathologist, and his whole thing is demonstrating a moral dilemma and how you're going to go about this, and then that's basically what happened there. So what can I say? It was a fantastic story, and I bought the whole thing. I was hooked, line, and sinker. And then when I found out it was fake, I was it's not necessarily fake. It's more of a thought experiment. All right, I'm done with the voice for right now. I'm done. It's wearing on my throat.
Yeah, it feels
I'm now
like
the Reverend JP. I am
it sounds
back.
like a voice that would be painful. I like to believe it's real. You can't tell me it's not. I'm just gonna.
I would like to say it's real. Maybe there's some truth based on it. Maybe like myself, I come up with a lot of stories, that are based on truthful experiences. I'm writing a whole movie on things that have happened. So, I mean, it's very much a thing. I'm trying very hard not to go back into character because it wears on my throat, but I keep wanting to go back into this voice. It just, you know how I get. I get into a certain character and I just stay with it. But yes, Miss Ted Hornsby says if it was a real story, they'd charge the old man with murder and plead him down to manslaughter for a suspended 10-year sentence. And that is so true. That is so motherfucking true. But I honestly, I was so excited about the story because, like I said, I was just scrolling through the TikTok and I was like, wait, what? So then I started Googling Ronald Opus and going through the whole thing, and it was I think it was for like a conference or something. He came up with a story and they got published in some journals, and then it found its way to the internet, and the internet apparently gets re-reported like every couple of years. It's one of those things that just keeps cycling in and out, and it'll keep popping into zeitgeist just randomly, just being like, hey, this motherfucker, he did this. And it's a fantastic story. I really want it to be true because there are some crazier things that have happened. Crazier things. I've been there. Yes, on the interweb. The internet lied. Bastards. Thought you could believe everything that happens on the internet.
Like I said, reality is what you make it. It's true. If we all believe hard enough, it's true.
Oh, this is good wine. Diane, you're missing out on delicious wine.
I ain't missing out on shit. I got a Four Loko, bruh.
I did hear that. I did hear that at some point they were supposed to. They made it illegal to lie on the internet. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. Bastards. Still think there's some truth in that story. Whether all the details are true, you know what? The names have been changed to protect the innocent. It wasn't Ronald Opus. It was Ryan
Opie.
Viola. But that was my story. Do you have any other thoughts on this? I mean, Dan, thoughts?
Like I said, I don't know. It's real. It's happened.
Oh,
It
that's
sounds
right.
like
It was Ronald Opus.
uh, I don't know. It sounds like something that I could believe would happen. Like one of those like the truth is stranger than fiction kind of things. Like I could totally see that just
Oh,
happening.
definitely. And that would be a fantastic episode of Law and Order. So, I got a quick question here. Is it wrong to be drinking out of the head of another unicorn? Is this some sort of like weird fetish kink? I don't know. What do you think of the situation? I mean, a unicorn drinking out of another unicorn. Is this some sort of a weird thing? Does this feel inappropriate to you? I mean, should I be drinking out of a fairy? But I mean,
Be drinking out of a fairy.
but I feel like that might be a little bit too kinky for the internet if I just brought some dude in here wearing some fucking fairy wings and drinking wine off his wang. I don't know. Would that be too wrong? Or is it more appropriate to drink out of another unicorn?
I don't know, sir.
It's only a fetish if it gets you hard. Otherwise, it's hardcore. All right. Honestly, I really don't know this accent that I'm doing with him. It's like part Boston, part New
It's a
York.
raspy, like, what's the matter, you? Like,
Yes, but
that's what I call it.
I'll figure it out. This is some good ass wine, though. I'm not gonna lie though. I do wish I would have got some more um, soju.
Yeah,
God, that was good.
that was really good.
I am
So
definitely
good
gonna.
we're still talking about it next
I know.
episode.
I know. Did I actually give feedback on the report? I don't remember if I talked about it on the podcast of why soju in the United States is a lower alcohol content than in Korea. In Korea, it's like 45%.
Okay.
It's more like a liquor. In the U.S., it's been brought back to only 13 to 14%. It cannot go past, I think, 15%. And that's
Boo.
because a lot of it was because a lot of Korean restaurants didn't want to have to pay that exorbitant money in order to pay to get an actual liquor license to be able to sell regular liquor. It costs a lot more. But in order to sell just like beer and wines and reclassify soju as a beer and wine, granted a stronger one because tops out at 13-14%. So they lobbied to get soju imported over here, and they water it down a little bit so it's not as strong as in Korea, which is disappointing. But at the same time, I understand. Got to find a way to make a buck, right? It was a lot of Korean restaurants, especially within like larger cities, particularly New York City. It kind of started with New York and then slowly moved across the country. I just don't remember if I included that because I looked it up later on.
I have to resituate this bastard.
Reasonable.
I was gonna dress up as a boyfriend for this little shindig, but I lost my eyeliner, so I couldn't draw on my. I
A
can't
beard.
think of the yeah. I
I
feel so sick today. I'm trying my best. I really am. But you're gonna have to.
I when Diane mentioned she was going to dress up as the Mavster, the Maverick, the magic man, I was like, at first I was like, oh, that's fun and all, but at the same time, I mean, how many people are going to realize? But at the same time, it's we have a small audience. But then I thought, are you going to do whiteface? And she thought about it, and I was like, look, the bit's only going to work if you do whiteface, because that's going to be funny as shit. And then she was like, I don't know if I can do whiteface. And then Diane's been sleeping all goddamn day.
Yeah.
So here we are. No white face Diane. I was I was sitting here with bated breath, waiting for Diane to be on here. And I was gonna be like, oh, is there white face? Nay.
I mean,
and then as soon as she walked, I was like, oh, what the hell are you supposed to be?
well, I was gonna wear the Trump mask, and then I couldn't find the Trump mask, so I was just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And so I just grabbed this guy.
I've been all over the fucking place. I was trying to find me a sequined sport jacket. Do you know how hard it is?
Specific.
And then, I found some lovely like powder blue jackets. I found some velveteen ones. I found some very, very nice jackets, but they ain't made for fat guys. So nobody cares about whiteface.
Yeah, his way of persuading me was the only people who would be offended is colonizers. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That true. Like the only people like that you ever see making a stink about whiteface have
how many people
morale
are doing
most time.
whiteface?
There's been quite a few whiteface instances. Look at the Chappelle show. They still bring that shit up all the time. And then even not too long ago.
I remember. I know what you're talking about. Never mind.
Key and Peele have done it. I've seen lots of black comedians do whiteface stuff. And you know what? That shit's funny. You know why it's funny? Because the white people did such fucked up blackface for so many decades.
I feel the lighting
deserve that shit.
Kind of gives me white face.
That is true. The lighting does wash you out pretty. Like you look whiter than I do.
I'm so light in this lighting. So technically, I did come in a white face.
True. That is true.
I don't know. It would have been fun for a second, but then I just would have felt very self-conscious. Boyfriend, bring in the baby powder. We'll white it up.
Now, bring the powder. Bring in the powder. Now, Diane, have you ever heard of Poviglia? Island?
None of those things.
I've heard it pronounced so many different ways as I've been doing some research for this thing. So this is a little island off of Venice, Italy. This island was originally inhabited by some Italians that were trying to escape the Huns, because they were trying to get down to business to defeat the Huns. So they found this little island that they only had a couple of ways to get in there, so they were able to block it off and fight the Huns off very easily. Cause
Boyfriend, come in here and sing the song. Just kidding. Continue. Sorry.
So the island was originally inhabited by some Italians that they went over there to avoid, to fight off the Huns and not be killed because they were destroying villages. Attila the Hun was killing all kinds of fools. Now, as the years moved on, they were actually recognized. They were a big part of the Italian whatever government. They had a voice. Then, I believe it was. Let me find the dates here, because it was 421 when they were recognized. The population was recognized because they were trying to, hit to fight the Huns. In 1378, during the War of Chioggia, the people of Poviglia were evacuated from the island and was taken over by the military, and they were holding down the place as a defense fort. Now, after the war, the island was pretty well decimated. It lay dormant for a while. Then, the bubonic plague hit. Now, this is when we actually came up with the word quarantine, which is an Italian word for something, and I forgot what it was. But during the bubonic plague, they started using Poviglia Island as a quarantine island, and they would move people over there to avoid to quarantine. But basically, they were sending people over there to die, and very rarely did people end up leaving that island. And this went on for like 300 years. Bubonic plague would die down, come back, die down, come back, yada yada yada. So they would send people over there. They'd usually go over there kicking and screaming because they knew once they went over there, that was it. That was it. They were gonna die. That was the end of life. Is that a ball sack?
No, I was handed a plague baby.
Oh, okay. Well, that's perfect.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure why, but I have a plague baby.
Yes. So people were sent. Yes. Perfect. So people were sent over there to die. And according to legend, there's 160,000 people have died on that island.
Mm-hmm.
And according to legend, the soil on that island is 50% human ashes, because they would just burn all the bodies. They basically, as people would die, they'd throw them all in a big hole, throw some flammable liquid that they used back then. I don't know what they were using then. Some sort of oils. They'd burn all the bodies, ashes in the air, yada, yada, yada. Bam. Soil, ashes, death. Ghosts. So after the quarantine, after the end of the bubonic plague and all the tragedy and people dying, 160,000 people is a guesstimated number. That could be more. I don't know. But either way, they're saying 50% of the soil is comprised of human ashes. I don't know. I didn't do the math. I didn't dig a hole there. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's right. I don't know. Is there people buried down there? Probably. So once the bubonic plague finally came to an end, then they opened up an insane asylum there. So
this place is haunted as fuck. That's all I can say. This place is haunted as fuck.
Yes. So the insane asylum was opened up in. Let me find the date. 1922 is that is a good name for a band. I just want to point that out real quick. Plague Baby.
Oh my god.
That would definitely be a great metal band.
Plague Baby. I love it. I love it. Oh,
So 1922, they opened up an insane asylum there, and a lot of reports were that a lot of the people that were there were saying they were seeing ghosts. They would see spirits walk in the hallways. They'd be scared. The doctors didn't believe them. There's one doctor in particular that was performing all kinds of inhumane experiments. They were doing lobotomies, chemical tests, drug tests. They're doing all kinds of horrible stuff to, like, pretty much all the terrible stories you hear in asylums was going on there. If not worse, he was removing limbs. He wasn't given anesthesia. He was just doing horrible things to people for years. Then one day, he was either jumped or was pushed out of the tower. Nobody knows for sure. And then part of the legend says that he actually didn't die on impact, but he suffocated in fog. I don't know. Ghost shit killed him.
oh shit. Are you sure it wasn't Mist? The Mist?
I'm hearing music.
I don't know what to tell you.
What the fuck? That was weird as shit. Like, I legitimately started hearing some weird music in my headphones after.
Okay.
I think it was something was going on the internet. I don't know, but it was weird as shit. I don't know if you could hear it. I don't know if it came
I
through
couldn't hear
on
shit.
the recording. All right. That freaked me the fuck out.
Are we
Where
watching
was
you
I?
have a mental breakdown?
You might have. Now, so this plague doctor, all right, you see, so he jumped off a building and died. Whether he was pushed, whether he jumped, whether he was killed by fog, we don't know. So now, this has been an island that is actually illegal to set foot on. You can do tours. You can actually go see the island, but you have to get permission from the government and all this other stuff. Or if you want to do it on the low, you go and you hit yourself up some Italian fisherman that's got a nice boat. You pay him a nice little fine, and they take you over to the island. You go wander about the island. You go check some shit out, and you pay that. You tell them to come back at a certain time, and they come back and pick you up. So I was on the YouTubes, and I was checking all kinds of videos of people going and exploring and everything else. And there's all kinds of crazy shit that they feel, but like a lot of stuff has been like, oh, I just felt like this ominous presence, but I never did anything. But so this island is still able to be visited. I did actually find a website where you can actually pay and go check it out. But supposedly it's supposed to be one of the most haunted islands in the world. It's actually a very, 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 very small island. And I will show some little pictures here. So give me a second.
We should all go ghost hunting. The lot of us. It would be fun.
I agree. But as you can see, this is what the little island looks like right here. It's a very, very small island. There's your little asylum. There's more of the asylum. There's insides of the asylum. There's some creepy stairs. But I watched a bunch of videos where people climbing around in here, and there's some shit. I was like, "Oh, why the fuck are you climbing on that, you son of a bitch?"
No, no. I feel like I don't want to die ghost hunting. I don't want to fall through some.
Yeah, there's a lot of very dilapidated stuff.
I would
But
file that under dumb ways to die. Ghost hunting? Yeah, no thanks.
a black woman died in a haunted asylum. But apparently, it's also called like the Island of No Return. Which, to be honestly, I think the name honestly got Island of No Return during the plague days, because if you had the plague, you ain't coming back. You go to that island, you dead. But since then, people have actually, gone. They've checked it out. They've seen some creepy shit, and they've come back.
I don't know, that would be fun. But I'd have to get on a boat, wouldn't I?
Well, I missed my opportunity. I do not have a big enough following to be able to have porn accidentally opened on here and close it out in panic. I'm no Pokimane. I ain't got that big of a following. I ain't got no simp. Oh wait, can't say that on Twitch. I just realized you can't use the S word anymore.
Why?
It's in the thing. It's one of the things that they've probably because of Pokimane. Yeah, you can't use that word anymore on the Twitch.
I don't understand.
I don't know. It's some dumb shit.
I mean, that barely became like a thing. And now we're shutting it down?
Maybe if we get enough followers later on, we can bring it back. I don't know. We ain't popular enough, so no.
I'm confused. So what happened? What?
Apparently, a lot of it comes back to Pokimane and her followers. Um, yeah. See, you can't say the word. That's why I said half the word, and I was like, "Oh, wait, you can't say it." But yeah, a lot of it, a lot of it comes down to.
Can I say simpleton?
I mean, I guess maybe I don't know. You
I
might
mean,
be,
I did.
you might be pushing it. You might be pushing it. You might be pushing it. It just ultimately it comes down to there's because it's become a synonymous as kind of like a slur towards people. Honestly, I think it's just some
Sorry.
political bullshit.
This is just my face. I don't understand. Like,
Yeah,
slur
basically
for.
people getting butthurt. But I do feel like a lot of it comes from because a lot of the politics behind it come from the Pokimane situation.
I
Which,
don't
by
even
the
know what that
way,
is.
which I also want to say, Pokimane, she ain't that good looking. She's very average looking to me. I mean, I don't know. I don't see the big appeal to her, and I've seen some of her content. And it's not that great. She ain't that she. It's some bullshit.
Does she
It's
have
a
an
bunch of,
OnlyFans?
huh?
Does she have an OnlyFans?
I don't know.
I don't
She
know this
might,
person. I've heard the name before, but I don't know
but yeah,
anything
she's
about
she's one of the big streamers, and I find her actually pretty fucking disgusting. More of just the way she does things.
it. I have no clue.
Yeah, it's just some Maverick.
What? I mean, I don't know.
You're in public, sort of. I just I don't know. I find her apprehensible. I just
What does
I
she
just
do? Like, what is?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is she knows her fans are basically uh
Pimps with an S.
yeah they're basically just like meh. Just they're falling over her. That's where all her money comes from. There's people just dropping money, and the big thing is like she's had relationships with different streamers. She won't even say because she knows if she admits to being in a relationship, that money ain't gonna roll in. There's just a bunch of questionable things that she's done. It's a bunch of stupid bullshit. Uh, I've kind of looked at some YouTube drama channels about Pokimane, and a lot of it comes down to she's 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 e-girl in it. Like I mean, she does a lot of the things I do,
So she's
just to get money. But at the same time,
like a
she
Bella
honest.
Delphine type, or
Not quite Belle Delphine. She doesn't go as far as Belle Delphine
okay.
that I know of. but she plays to that. She plays her sexuality, and she knows people are gonna give her money.
She uses her feminine wiles. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, but she also does it in a shitty way.
Oh,
Like I'm all for if you're gonna get views on some boobage, do what you're gonna do, but be like reasonable about it. And the other thing is, there's been some things that should have gotten her like legit banned, but she also has a very huge following. Like she accidentally played a porn clip on her Twitch stream. She did a screen share and had porn up on the screen and played a few seconds of it, and she didn't get banned. Nothing happened to her. Yeah, there's been a lot of times she's done stuff. She's like really pushed the Twitch rules,
oh.
and nothing ever happened. And that's the other thing too is like she's got a huge following, and it's basically like it's a
So it's like she brings in the money, so she can do whatever she wants.
basically. So there's a lot of shit like that falls back on her too. So there's a lot of politics involved.
Mm.
But I mean, I give
Good on
her,
her.
I give her her. I don't care for the girl, but at the same time, like do what you got to do to make that money, and she makes a lot of money.
You jealous?
I'm not so jealous. It's
You
more of
jealously, Shimmer. You jealous?
no, because I at least like Belle Delphine does some stupid shit, but at least she's upfront about it. Pokimane
Has
is just on the sly about it.
has Lee Shimmer done some questionable stuff? Like
Now,
does
Lee
Lee
Shimmer,
Shimmer
look, look,
has
look. I
Lee
don't want to
Shimmer?
talk about my past. I've had some issues.
That's a
Some
yes,
things
Lee
have
Shimmer.
happened.
That's a yes.
Some things have happened. Look, I've been struggling with an addiction to the pixie sticks, and I don't know if you realize pixie sticks in humans is one thing, and pixie sticks in a unicorn, it's a whole different situation.
I feel like the cough is part of Lee Shimmer's.
Yeah. Look, I've done a lot of questionable things, but I also did a lot of pixie sticks, and most of those questionable decisions were pixie stick driven. That's all I'm gonna say about the situation. Okay, you ain't gonna get me caught up. You're not gonna bring back some old shit. I've seen the cancel culture, and I ain't getting brought into that. But I have made my mistakes, and I'm off the pixie sticks. I have been 3.5 hours clean. All right, 3.5 hours.
I'm proud of
Don't you
you.
come for me.
You know what? I'm going to make you a chip. You deserve it. 3.5 hour chip.
Oh, it's a lot more than fighting rainbows. You ain't got no idea, hun. You ever done a line of crank? All right.
I feel like you're more sleazy BoJack Horseman.
Bojack, that son of a bitch.
Ooh, excuse me.
Just because he had a hit TV show does not mean he can sleep with everybody's wife. I'm just saying. God damn it, Charlene. You're the reason why my kids won't talk to me. You filthy hoe. God
I'm
damn.
actually really, really happy Plague Baby came to me. I'm so comforted. Like I just love holding this guy.
It cracks me up just sitting there. Did we ever finish the Poviglia Island? I don't even know.
Yeah, I think we did.
I don't know. It's haunted.
This fuck. A place where it's like 50% dead people, ash. Like, yeah.
Yeah, in the soil.
And then also asylum on top. So, yeah. It makes sense.
Oh. Plague Baby's name is Tyrone.
Oh, yeah. Tyrone, Plague Baby.
Yeah, he's always up on his high horse. And he's just talking about how, oh, I got problems. I'm depressed. That's why I make bad decisions. Well, you know what? Fuck you, you son of a bitch. I make bad decisions too.
BoJack Horseman was such a relatable show. And I feel like it just ended out of nowhere. I still haven't watched the end. I have this thing about watching the end of shows. I refuse to.
I still haven't seen the end of the show either.
Um,
Because that son of a bitch. God damn it, Charlene. Charlene. Jesus fucking Christ.
Straight to the moon.
Oh, no, that's too good for Charlene. You have no idea the torture Charlene caused me. I was clean. I was clean for years. And motherfucking Charlene. Oh, just thinking about it gives me the shakes. I gave up everything for her. I was working a clean job. I was hosting over at the nightclub. I was bouncing people. It was going well. You know, occasionally they let me get up on the stage. I played them ivories like I was fucking Nat King Cole. I don't know if Nat King Cole played the ivories. I was playing ivories like Little Richard. I don't know. He played the piano, right? I don't know. Nat King Cole, I think he just was singing. I don't know if he played the piano. I don't know. Dan, can you see jack shit out of that motherfucking thing?
I took my glasses off so I can't see. I was gonna put it back on, but there's no holes close enough to where
I saw what you did there. Tasty ass motherfucking wine. I regret not having booze in the news. Dan, you got any spooky shit to talk about? We have a half an hour.
One time I saw a hot pad levitate.
What?
Yeah. I was in the garage.
Oh, I think you did tell me the story.
Yeah.
and then Static barked and you barked.
It was Stinky.
Oh, it was Stinky.
Me and Stinky were chilling out. And I just saw this hot pad lift up move over, and fall straight down.
So
I was also smoking the marijuana, but
but that's
me and
irrelevant.
me and my dog looked at each other like, "What the fuck?" And it was just me and her bonded. I mean, we always bonded because she's my dog and I love her. But
Now I got a story for you. This is true life. So I work on an ambulance. That's my profession. I work on an ambulance. It's what I do. I don't know why I'm half in my regular voice, half in Lee Shimmer voice. My personalities are combining. I don't know. I
what?
should take my
Sorry,
medication, I guess.
I've this whole time I've been looking at your gloves. Why? Why is there a? Yeah, what are those?
I will show you why.
Oh, oh, so it's like for phone usage.
Yeah.
It just looks like you've been running around dragging your fingers across dirty shit.
It's only these ones. But these are quite dirty gloves. Notice the grayish.
They clean as shit except for your.
I don't know, they're kind of gray. They've collected a lot of dust. But now, when I so the main office is haunted. I've heard lots of stories about people seeing like different like shadows and spirits just walking around in there. And there was a point when I was supervising. So I was a supervisor at one point. And
That's the whole
well,
story.
yeah,
Just I was a supervisor of people once.
yes, I was in charge of people. I'll supervise those nuts anytime you want. Those nuts. But I was chilling and all of a sudden like I heard something like some water running. I come out of the supervisor office and the whole front lobby is just full of fucking steam. There somebody I was the only one in the office, turned on the shower, cranked it like it was just the hottest it could get. It filled the whole front area up just full of steam. And you know what I did?
You took a shower?
I left.
Oh.
I was like, I think somebody needs something, and I left.
Did you turn it off?
Fuck no.
Good choice. Good choice.
Clearly, somebody needed to get clean, and I was not going to get in the way of that shit. So I fucking left. I ain't fucking. It was steamy as shit. The whole front lobby. Because, okay, so when you walk into the main office over there, you walk in, there's a couple of doors that are usually closed, and one of those doors is a little shower area because we work absurd hours. And in that shower, it was just, dude, it freaked me the fuck out. And I decided I did not need to be here. Because you know what? It's none of my fucking business.
Exactly. That's the
Look,
thing I always think about too.
I might be white, but I don't do white boy shit.
I'm proud of you.
If I see a weird talisman, I don't take it home. If I see a weird tablet, I leave it where I saw it. I might take a picture of it, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I will look at it. I will be like, that is interesting. Although we did do some Randonautica, so that's probably the most white boy shit I've done.
Yeah, yeah. That's the most white boy shit I've done.
So, I think I got a track record. Like, I'm all in for some spooky shit, but I don't want a cursination kind of situation. That's just my principles.
Like
I don't
the
have a
only,
lot of them, but I ain't gonna curse a nation.
I would say the scariest things that have ever happened to me is, well, not ever happened to me, but like as far as like ghost stuff goes, was the thing levitating, and then One time I was cleaning and I was listening to like some. There was a moment in time where like I was just listening to like Frank Sinatra shit like that, Nat King Cole, all that crap. Like, especially when I was cleaning, it was I would just put on some like Cab Calloway stuff like that, and then just get to cleaning. And I was I was doing the dishes, and I was singing and kind of dancing, and then I felt like an arm, like not an arm, like a hand on my arm, and I just like I could just feel like something was holding me for a second, and I just freaked out and I started like shaking, and then it went away. But those are the only two like weird ghosty things that's ever happened to me.
All right. I clicked on the link for that Maverick posted for Reddit for scary true stories. And I'm going to read the very first one that's up here. Is it scary? I don't fucking know. I'm just checking it out. Let's see. True story time. I was about 4 or 5 years old, and my parents had just separated. My mom was living in a 2 bedroom apartment. I had my own room, but I preferred to sleep in her bed. Whenever I was trying, wait, sorry, I read that wrong. Whenever I was staying with her, our 2 bedrooms were at the end of the hallway, directly across from each other. Our apartment was on the first floor,
Flow.
and I remember that I was in the middle of the summer and my mom had a window open. Her room, which was directly behind the bed above the headboard. Anyways, I woke up and in the middle of the night and remembered sitting up and seeing that our cat, oh, that, them cats, our cat was sitting in the door frame of our mom's room. Her door was open and you could partially see into the bedroom. This was strange because our cat was typically always in the bed with us. As I was watching him, he walked into the bedroom and meowed. Meow. I turned my face. Oh, wait. I turned my face, my mom, and wake her up. In the 3, 4 out. Wait. In the 3, 4 seconds it took her to wake up and ask me what was wrong, we both looked back, and in the door frame there was a man standing by my open door, making his way out of my bedroom. Oh, that's some fucked up shit. I still don't know how she managed to do it so quickly, uh, but my mother proceeded to pick me up and literally throw me out of the screen window. Thank God it was the first floor. I lost my place in the story.
Sounds
Again,
good.
again, we were on the first floor, and it was maybe 3 foot drop to the ground. She quickly followed, and we were able to start screaming for help. Someone called 911. The police came, but didn't see any signs of any forced entry, only that our front door was unlocked, which led them to believe that the man must have exited that way. The strange thing was that my mom swore up and down that she had locked the door that night with a deadbolt and a chain lock. About a week later, she was cleaning the kitchen and opened up our heater closet and found a notebook with names and drawings, as well as a pair of gloves and some gum wrappers. The police were called again, but all they could do was speculate. That man had been in our house and hid until we were asleep. Just to clarify, our apartment was on the ground level, so my mother did not hurl me into potential paralysis. Just a 3-foot drop to the grass. Okay?
Okay. The
Okay.
pudding and the and the drugging of the women and
I would love to hear a ghost story. Ghost story? I don't know where that came
oh my
from.
god, yes. Yes.
Yes. Enlighten us with this theme of horror.
You know,
Ooh.
I had some oh my god, play baby just came home, oh baby. I
Did you have the plague, baby?
no, the plague fell off him.
Oh.
But
I still, I still thought that was a ball sack. When it came into frame, it looked like a giant ball sack. I was
he
like,
is
what the fuck is going on?
he is kind of ball sack ish. But um
Maverick, no teabagging on camera.
I knew some people who were trying to be like the Ed and Lorraine Warren or whatever their names are, the Conjuring folk
Yes.
of like, life. Like, and every time they came around, like shit was like bad. Like they were always like, "Oh my god, like I feel a presence," and they would always like, I can see like this person, like she had an imaginary friend for like, I like it's one of those things. I don't know if I believe in all that, but she was like, she was a firm believer in it, and she was just like, I'm psychic, I can feel all this shit, and every time she came around there was bad energy all the time.
She was actually the ghost that died 30 years ago. All right.
Her and her boy. Oh,
Miss Ted Hornsby. So it's Christmas morning. Whatever year Final Fantasy III came out for the SNES. I'm about 9 years old. I get up early, run out the room where the Christmas tree is. And as around the Christmas tree is, and as around the corner, I freeze because I see a silhouette of a man in a trench coat and a fedora. I can't trust a fedora. Oh, okay. I see a silhouette of a man in a trench coat and a fedora, blacker than black. And he's kneeling down, looking at the presents. I grasp, I, I gasp. And he looks at me and stands up, turns his head into the wall, and walking straight through the Christmas tree and straight through the wall. That sounds like creepy motherfucking shit, I'll tell you that much right now.
yeah, I don't know. I there's just some things like I don't know if I believe in ghosts and all that stuff, but some weird shit happens where I'm just like, I don't know how else you describe. I don't know what that could be. The whole levitating of the whole hot pad thing, like that to me was like, I don't even know. What do I do with this information that has just fallen before? What do you do? I don't know. Oh my god, boyfriend, you scared the crap out of me.
Now, I have a random theory, okay? Now, Miss Ted. Now, no, wait. Oh, you found the Trump.
Where was it? Oh, gross.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of like looks like Trump and Napoleon Dynamite had a baby with Down syndrome.
Boyfriend is so tall. It was like Mike Myers. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what it was. It was so scary.
Um, I lost my train of thought.
Boyfriend will
Eh,
do that to you.
honestly, I think my thought might have worked because I was thinking I was going to go with this whole Ghost of Christmas Past situation for Miss Ted, but I was thinking maybe in the future, uh, maybe you became a little miserly and this ghost was bringing you to the past. But then I realized the black creepy one was the ghost of Christmas future. So he'd be showing you the future, not the past. So my analysis does not check out.
Do you remember when your sister used to wear fedoras? She's only your sister when.
Would you wear fedoras?
Yeah.
Yes. I think I borrowed a fedora for something at one
Yeah, that
point.
kid had a lot of fedoras.
Yeah, she had a lot of fedoras.
Fedoras were a thing.
Yeah. Remember my fedora with a feather and my
Oh yeah,
pinstripe suit?
you were so proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still proud of that? Do you still have that?
No, that fedora is long gone. And unfortunately, the shop I got it for is also long gone. It burnt down in 2012, 13. I don't know. Maybe it still checks out. Maybe that ghost was there for a specific reason on Christmas and to teach you some sort of holiday lesson. I don't know
My
what that
sister.
holiday lesson is, but
You saw Santa Claus and he wears a fedora.
or maybe it was Krampus.
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 I can see Krampus in a
Yeah,
fedora.
Krampus can wear a fedora. He looks like a fedora son of a bitch.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Miss Ted, you saw the Krampus. You lucked out because I heard that Krampus is a mean motherfucker.
It's not nice.
Mm-mm. No.
Plague baby's gonna become Trump baby.
Oh, that's not as cool.
No. But I get to hold like I feel like that is fun. That is fun for me.
It still has. Oh, that is disturbing. That's the most disturbing thing that have happened on this Halloween episode.
Who? Orphan has just given me so many good gifts. I'm just enjoying.
All right. Now, Miss Ted, as a man that once was a small child, I would have been appalled and dismayed. But also, as a parent who gets woken up many times by random children, I understand the shut the fuck up and go back to bed statement too. So, but to be honest, I've also been one of those. The kids have slept in my bed many times. They're like, "Oh, I'm scared. I had a nightmare." Lay down, go to sleep, and then I end up waking up with a foot in my face and I'm all, why am I being a good parent right now?
I imagine that's what parenting is in general. Just why am I being a good parent?
Dude, I remember nights when the kids were little and I'd have one kid lying across the head of the bed with both feet in my face this way, and then another one of the kids laying diagonal and a foot right here in my face, and then another kid laying across the bottom, my feet hanging off the bed on the other side. I'm all children. I love them, but at the same time,
Children. You can't live
children
with them.
can't live with them, but you love them for some reason. I don't. Let me see if I can find a ghost story. Oh no, let me
I'm trying to think of. Oh my goodness! You know what? My best friend Boo Boo Quash, she she had this picture, um, of this, like they were going through some photos or whatever, and there was like this photo of like a little boy, like it was a picture of her sister, and then like this little boy's face, kind of like it was moving into the photo, and it was like nobody else was there, and I looked at it and I instantly wanted to cry so bad. Like it was the strangest thing. As soon as I saw this picture of this little boy with Sammy's sister, I was like emotionally, like I just started crying. And then it was just like, dude, look at this crazy thing that happened. And I was just like, oh my God. And it was like, it was the strangest thing. I would say that's the creepiest, scariest thing that I've ever been a part
Yeah.
of. Was just seeing that picture of that boy and being like, instantly, I just started bawling.
I know a guy that kind of looks like Vigo the Carpathian from Ghostbusters too.
Cool. Cool.
I won't name him because he gets mad. But one day I was sitting there and I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, you look like Vigo the Carpathian." And then he was like, "Oh, what?" And then I googled it and I showed him, and he got mad at me.
I knew a guy who looked like Elijah Woods, and he hated it with every fiber of his being.
Well, I'd rather look like Elijah Woods in the Vigo with the Carpathian.
I was told, I mean, just imagine. I've gotten fatter since then, but like, I was told I looked like Whitney Houston at some point. Never, right? But like, I've heard it several times.
All right, hang on. Let's do a quick side by side, real quick.
Well, right now, I mean, hold on. Let me skinny up my face. And that was also my best friend, Boo Boo Quash. She was like, "You used to look like Whitney Houston." I was like, "When? At what point in my life?"
Mm,
Choose one of the crazier pictures. Choose a picture with Bobby.
let me see. Let me see. All right, hang on. Stand by. All right.
Come on, here.
No, no, I don't want. I don't want.
She looks more like you than me.
There you go. I'm trying to figure this out.
Wait, hold on. I don't know what face she's making.
Uh,
Imagine like me, 50 pounds lighter, high school. Wait, hold on. Let me tuck in the.
Actually, you do have you'd have Whitney's cheekbone style,
But yeah, when I was younger,
but I mean, your eyebrows are kind of far apart. I mean,
I
yours are.
mean, facts. Like honestly,
I
I
can
have
I can I can
broccoli eyebrows,
I
but
can see
farther apart.
I can see a little bit of the Whitney esque look. And
Crack is
will
whack.
always love you. I can see a little bit. I can see a little
You
bit.
know what, Justin? I changed my mind. I mean, I guess technically that's a mullet, but I want you like
Oh
whatever
yeah, I didn't.
contest we
Hang on.
do, like that's the hairstyle, right? He needs to have like bowl in the front, rat tail of kind of situation. That's a mullet. That has to be a mullet, right?
I don't know what this is. You want bangs in
It's
the front and then just
it's a bowl cut, kind of like mohawk. I don't know.
a
Very
thing.
strange, but that's what I want you to grow. You might have to
Well,
straighten your hair, but I think you'll be fine.
so I've decided I am growing my hair out.
Is it going to be a mullet?
Well, I'm growing my hair out, and
It's going to be a mullet. I need it to
if
be a mullet.
if I lose our competition, that'll happen eventually. Then I will.
You'll bowl cut mullet it.
I will do a mullet. Even though I will have worked my ass off to get my hair to that length, I will I'll do something.
Don't. You can't talk to a black woman about growing your hair and how working your ass off. I cut my hair in sixth grade. I barely got to here.
Yes. But hang on.
Mhm.
That was a lot of your own doing. Because your hair
That's true.
used to grow pretty decently fairly quickly. Because you dyed the fuck out of your hair.
Yeah, I think I like killed my scalp. Shit don't grow there no more.
And weren't you talking like, oh, I should dye my hair again? I'm like, oh, Diane.
I want to dye my hair so bad.
Yeah. And I am been the voice of reason to be like, Diane.
It's been years since I've dyed it, but yeah, I want to dye it a fancy color. Because I'm losing my hair. It's just a fact. Like, it sucks, but it's happening. Everybody was like, "You're gonna lose your hair. You're gonna lose your hair," and I'm like, "I'll be 40. Who gives a fuck?" Like, I'm 27 and my hair is like, see. So
Things will happen.
yeah, um, it's a bummer. I'm just gonna have a, I don't know, like a clown friar tut situation.
A clown fryer type situation. You look like Bozo the Clown.
Yeah, it's gonna be, because that's the thing. I'm like, do I shave my head once I like officially go bald? I mean, we've seen I got rolls back there, like it's a disaster. But I'm like, I'm not gonna keep a bozo cut. Like, why would I do that? Like, I don't know what to do.
Just Sinead
Because
O'Connor it?
it's like your mother. You've seen your mother
Yes.
and her hair. Like, it's all of this is gonna go. I feel like it's hereditary as well as I fucked up my hair.
True, you definitely did. And honestly, so since my hair's got some length to it, I was surprised at my hairline. Because like I thought it looked thinner, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. It
me and
looks
you,
worse when I cut it short.
me and you, 10 years apart. Me and you both have the same hair situation going on.
Oh,
Crazy.
hey, Moonbeam is in here. A lot has happened. A lot has happened.
I'm balding. He's balding. We're all balding.
Soon, this will just be my hairstyle from here on out. Just wear this everywhere I fucking go.
Dude, I want that so bad for you.
But yes, Moonbeam, we talked about a haunted Italian island. We talked about a man that jumped out of a window and was shot in the head, and it turned out technically he shot himself. All kinds of stuff. And yeah, it's a balding party. Dan's going bald. my hairline has receded a little bit, and I didn't look as bad as I thought it was going to. Because, like I said, when the camera fell again. God damn it! But when I forgot what I was talking about. Now that I've grown my hair out, I was surprised that it's not as bald as I thought it was going to be. So, we've been all over the map. It's been all over the place. It's Halloween episode. See, it's all spooky. And I'm Lee Shima. I was a lounge singer. Some things have happened. I hate garden gnomes. I'm addicted to pixie sticks, but I've been clean for at least 3.5 hours now. And Diane is a lazy Casey Jones.
Yeah.
So, what can I say? And apparently she looks a little bit like Whitney Houston. Oh. There was a painting that was made for you, Dan.
I don't know if boyfriend's still here, but boyfriend, bring me paintings. Chop chop.
Actually, I could have done that right here. It sounds so weird.
That sounds like class. It was the classiest clap I've ever heard.
I need longer gloves. I need longer white gloves. My wrists show.
Moonbeam painted the most beautiful paintings for me, and I'm like, I got a beautiful painting of like.
Are they yaoi? Did she try to get that?
Oh, dude, you don't even know. Like, she painted the most beautiful, crusty Shrek asshole with balls, everything.
Wait, is it something we can show on the on the internet?
Well, I don't know. It's very like I think it is.
If we get banned, I'm gonna be mad at you.
I don't know if he knows where they are. Hold on. Like, I'll be right back.
Oh shit. That's not what I wanted. I guess I'm here holding down the fort while Diane ran away, and I just randomly had a Whitney Houston picture up just because. So Diane ran off to go do some things. It's Halloween. Ooh, spooky. Scary unicorn. Although that is pretty creepy. That is some creepy looking face I'm making there. Help me, I'm all alone. For the love of God. By the way, this is some good fucking wine. It is made in Deming, and it is quite tasty. And, I recommend it. Vinos de las Muertas. De los Muertos. I am bad at Spanish. So, I'm just waiting for Diane to show back up. I am here holding down the fort. This fort is being held down. My name is Lee Shimmer, and like I've said, I'll tell you my story, okay? Look, I made a lot of mistakes in my time. I used to do a lot of lounge singing. I was very, very popular back in the 60s. I used to hang out with all the Rat Pack. Sammy was a hoot. I love that man, and it was just fantastic. But unfortunately, as time grew on, I fell out of favor, and my protege really became popular. And later on, I decided I'll try my hand at magic, and it turns out, I'm magical, but I can't do that. I've told my story a couple of times already. Diana's back, and then I had this falling out. I don't like garden gnomes. They're little dirty sons of bitches. I don't like the garden gnomes. I just can't stand those sons of bitches. And they were in the front row of my comics of my comic debut, and it was a failure. Diane, yeah, let me.
I'm trying to. The lighting in here sucks, though. You can't even really tell the beauty.
All right, Diane, show it.
I'm gonna let you guess which one's the Shrek butthole.
I don't think it's that one.
It's the most beautiful thing ever created for anyone ever. Apparently, there's a story behind it. I think a Discord conversation, but beautiful, beautiful.
They were lovely.
I've never seen art with such. I was gonna say chutzpah.
Maverick has 3 important questions. What color is Shrek's jism?
Pale green.
Mm-mm.
Very
Nope.
pale.
No.
Like a pastel.
It's a light purple, kind of like a very light shade of lavender.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
You know what? I'm willing to go with like a pink.
No, that would suggest there's blood.
Exactly. I'm willing to believe
And
it's got some bloody.
Fiona's hoo-ha. Human form smells like a swamp. In Shrek form, it smells like a bed of roses.
I'm willing to believe, because I was asked this question before, but I was like, since she's a princess, I bet it smells like fantastic.
No, human form smells funky. Shrek form smells like roses. It's a fact.
I feel like it smells like roses all day, every day.
No, not as a human. I don't think she pays as much attention to it as a human.
Cameron Diaz, no.
Because but like as a human, she knows what she looks like. She's good looking. She's pretty. She doesn't pay as much attention to it. She doesn't. But as a ogre, she might be like, "Hey, I should make my hoo-ha a little extra."
You know what? I believe that's true. I actually feel like, yeah, that's logic.
And Shrek's bunghole is the crustiest that has ever crusted in the crab. It is the crustiest crab that has ever crusted. It's just a fact. 100%. No doubt. But you know what? On that note, this has been Best of the Bottom or Bottom Class People drinking bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP. No, that's right. I am the Reverend JP. This is somebody that's not paying fucking attention to the closing. This has been
Diane. I'm sorry, the art. I got caught up.
But if you enjoy the stupid things that we do, we have a website. And it is Perico Productions at pericoproductions.com. And you can find links to all our social medias there. And if you're watching us on the YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. Click that bell. Get that ding-a-lang, dang on. Get the ring-a-ding-ding-ding on. And you can find us here every Monday at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, twitch.tv/bottom class live. And in your motherfucking face, being jackasses. We also got some social medias. It's at Bottom Class for Instagram, Twitter, and pretty much a lot of our stuff. You know, give us a follow. Give us some love. We love you guys. We want you to join us, be part of the family, and get into the stupid shit that we do. There's some audio versions that are available on Best of the Bottom Podbean.com. Like I said, I keep getting behind on this, and I'm like probably 8 or so, 9, 10 episodes behind because I keep fucking shit up because I got so much shit to do and I'm bad at my job. But you know what? We love you guys. Please help us grow, help us get bigger. You know, this is only going to get better with time. And the only way that this can get better is by doing those free clicks because then corporations pay for it. If you want to give us a subscribe on Twitch and, help us out, we appreciate that. If you want to donate at parentproductions.com, we appreciate that. We got some t-shirts available. I need to make some more designs, but, I dick around too much. So I'm sorry, but please help us out. Do those social media things that we like. Follow us, subscribe to us, and we will try to make things better. We're doing the best we can. But I'm just a sad unicorn, and Diane, you're a sad Jones of Casey. Are you frozen? Diane. Shit, Diane. I think Diane's shit crashed. Well, shit. Diane clearly has crashed, and I do not know what's going on. But that is a terrible way for her to end this thing. But we're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. Please give us a subscribe, help us out. And we love you guys. And you know what? We will see you next week. And I don't know how to end this anymore, but I'm just gonna do the finger guns, bring it in for a hug, and I'm gonna try to get a hold of Diane after the show. But thank you guys. We love you guys. Appreciate you so much. Next week, let me find a raid. Well, shit. There's nobody streaming right now that we're friends with, so I guess no raid tonight. I don't know. We'll see, guys. I don't have any suggestions. Peace out. Love you guys. I'm gonna try to see what's going on with Diane. Bye. Tastes pretty good.